Okay then. So, how far with the course? You told me today you were with module 4 and everything. So, are you still with the first part or you've gone to the second part?
I finished yesterday the module 7. I think it was 7. The how to master the entries.
Okay, you've gone that far.
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
So,
yes.
so
I
how,
finished technical analysis and master your entries. Yeah, module 7.
okay, so how's it going?
No, I think it's cool. It's good. The main problem is that also based on the trading I took this week,
Yeah,
it is that I don't really understand how to calculate the pips, the
yeah,
how the margin. Yeah,
yeah.
this for me it is
Actually,
very.
those these courses, you have risk management. Risk management is going to involve trade management, and which is also going to carry the pips, calculating your pips, your position sizing, how to manage.
Okay,
Yeah. So these
okay,
courses, these videos are actually coming up soon. So that's why I said you guys should focus more on the technical part. And for this other part,
okay,
because these are the minor parts, we're going to handle them towards the ending.
okay. And also looking at the chart, there are some pair that the chart of some pair that a little different.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you see the ACP, it is very clear.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not so clear, so you have to understand if it is you can enter the trade, you can place the trade or not place the trade. And even you place the trade, the market crash like this week. Most
Yeah.
of the time I had the bad trade because I did my analysis, the ACP was clear, but the market crash. I don't know if it is because I saw also on the news
Okay.
on fundamental part that this week there were many news about the US market that
Mm-hmm.
should come, and maybe it is because of this that the market crashed like this.
Okay, I'd like to see the setup that you took. I don't know if you have screenshots of them.
Um, I don't let me see. I don't know if I have something here.
It's very important that when you see the setups, you actually take screenshots of them. That way, you can see how you are progressively, improving every time you see these levels because what you're seeing today is different from what you'll be seeing in 2 months' time. So
Mm-hmm.
you have to keep like screenshots of these things or share them. Like in the public group, you can share them. You can share them in our group there. It's always going to be there, even if you don't have it on your phone. It's always something that you can always go back to. It's very important. So this is the
Mm-hmm.
trade that I took here, and this trade stressed me out a lot because this is the 4 hour chart.
This is
So
this
this
is which pair is this? USD.
Canadian
Okay,
dollar. Yeah, this is USD
US
card on
card.
the 4 hour. So I'm going to break down this chart, what I saw here, and how I managed myself out of this trade because it is not just looking at it, seeing it maybe in profits now. You think it's been like that all time. Nah. So this thing has actually been through a lot of thick and thin. So what happened was, let me start off with the setup. So what I saw when I came here was this rejection, but I didn't really see this one that much. What I was paying attention to was this one. You can see here we had like 3
Yes.
good looking weeks that pushed the market up, a good, very, very powerful rejection. Then I saw these other weeks here to
Mm-hmm.
accompany it with. So there were actually 2 other weeks plus this one accompanied now with this one. So this one here was actually the main reason why I said, okay, this level should be good because it supports these ones that are not really good looking. So these ones that are really
Mm-hmm.
printed and everything, I feel like yeah, they can tag them along with these ones. They'll be powerful together. So I think they can
Mm-hmm.
hold up price here for a few pips at least. So that's exactly what I did, and I capitalized on that. So that was how I came up with this level. So when I was actually drawing it out,
Mm-hmm.
this is how it looked like originally. Then I saw this level here, I saw these wicks here rejecting this area as well. I said, okay, maybe this area was actually very important way back before even here. So when price broke above it, you see price clearly came back to it and pushed up. So I just said, okay, let me just draw it out. So that's how I drew it out and had this level all tagged in. So now I have my ACP area here confirmed. So I drew my plan. So the first thing, after identifying my good levels like this, I speak to myself a lot. So sometimes someone will come and knock on my door and say, "Who are you talking to?" So I'm just like explaining to myself, say, okay, now this is what I'm saying, and this is what I think will happen to this market. And now price entered here. I set my limit, then I have a stop loss. Very, very good position. See how small my position is. I didn't take it too big and everything. So I calculated my risk, which I said I'll make a video for that so you guys understand how to calculate risk. So I calculated my position and I made sure that on this tiny trade you're seeing here, I had 1% of my account in this tiny red box. So I did that and I placed it. So the price, the market actually entered, then it took like how many hours was it? Let me do the calculations. When this thing activated, sorry. When this thing activated, it took close to an entire day. Close to an entire day. So this thing actually fluctuated here for really, really long. Before, like, this thing took like 12 hours in drawdown. Imagine this is 4 hours. This is another 4 hours, another 4 hours, 4 hours. So this is all in drawdown. So just imagine I'm trying to get some sleep. I'm trying to get some sleep. At the time, I just like move a little to, okay, so let me check my phone. Then I'm checking, everything is red, 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 red. I'll do that for like close to 12 hours. My phone is red, completely red. So I didn't feel the urge to say, let me just close it before time because I trusted my analysis and everything. So I held my grounds.
Yeah.
All of a sudden the market, all of a sudden the market exploded to the upside, taking out my first take profit. I posted it in the public group. I don't know if you're online. So
yeah, saw it.
Yeah, so I took this is the brand new challenge I told you I was gonna take. So this is the first trade that I took, typically. No, the second trade, yeah. So this is the fresh account that I'm starting, and I'm going to complete this account very soon. Then I'll go to a bigger account. So I took my first profit here. Then I moved my stops to break even on my trading app. Then, of course, it continued, and it got to this point. I felt like I should hold for it to complete my my trade because I always like to take full profit when I'm trading. So I waited, and the market pulled back all the way down here. So when I saw the market pulling back up a little, I closed it. I closed both positions. I closed the remaining position that was running here. So I closed it at 90, was it $70? So yeah, I closed it. At this trade like this, I'm out of this trade. I'm not in this trade anymore. So you can see here that if I did not close on this black candle, you can see how deep this black candle came back in my trade here. So it would have stopped me out clearly at break even because remember I took the first position and I moved my stops to break even. So the second, this black candle would have definitely stopped me out and liquidated that position.
Okay.
So that was how I made it out with small capital, even though the trade did not go as intended. So my plan now for this particular setup is that if price should break these lows, there's only one thing. I'll grab a sell mid zone inside this ACP area here to the downside. Bro, I see you. How are you today, man? Yes, how are you today? I don't know if you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm getting you, bro. I'm getting you.
How are you today?
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, so how far with the course?
The course everything have been cool.
Okay. So far, do you have any worries, any questions?
For now, my main aim is about the funded account.
Okay.
Even
So do you feel like you're good enough already to go unfunded, because you seem to be in a little bit rush?
If you are the one which have to tell me if I'm ready to go now.
Yes, but I don't think you're ready yet, because if you jump into trading a live account now, there's no doubt that you're going to blow. But it's okay to blow accounts. Anybody that is funded today has blown up accounts, but I don't think you are ready for that yet, because there's still modules, like I told you, there's still modules I have to bring up.
Okay.
There are modules on the way for you guys, so you need to complete the course at least before you start taking on your first challenge and everything.
Okay.
Yes, so but I see what you're doing. I see you're doing good. I see the setups you send. Yeah, I mean, you're progressing. Every setup you send is better than the last one, which is good. That is where I feel like you are actually taking a big step there, because your previous setups were worse than what you're sending now. I feel like it's getting better by day, and that's how you're going to grow in the next few weeks, months. You're actually going to so just keep up, and always send your setups in. If you see a setup, send it in. Let me see it. At least let me see what's going on. Yeah, cool. So
Okay.
so I'm here to take your questions, all of you. I'm here to take your questions, because I'm here to take your questions. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask now.
Okay, but I want to ask about the news, like calendar stuff. Like you usually see people talking about calendar
Yeah.
news and so forth.
Okay, this is
So how
is called fundamental trading. So basically you go to a third-party website. It's going to provide you with news events. It's going to forecast news events. So the thing is, there's a high probability that that information being forecasted always comes, like it always plays out like that as forecasted. But there are instances that the news actually comes out negative and positive. So what you're talking about is fundamental trading, and I do not really go deep into that, because it's something that can destroy you. It can destroy you in just like one, one, 1 minute. It's even up to 1 minute. 1 minute can just destroy your life. So I don't want you to. If you want to get into fundamentals, I feel like that's something you do when you become a pro at technicals first. Okay, you're a beginner, so mixing fundamentals and technicals now will kind of complicate for you.
okay.
So down the line, if you feel the need to, like, look for fundamentals and stuff, but I don't recommend fundamentals. I feel like technicals is enough you need, because if you take fundamentals, you mix with technicals, it's going to contradict your setups. Let's say the fundamentals says the news is going to be negative today, maybe on US dollar against the CAD, and you're looking to sell, but your setups here clearly says it's a buy, and now you are a short-term trader, you're not into swing trades. So fundamental traders are mostly people that they look at trading in a swing perspective. You see, so they read the news, then they analyze their swing trades for days, for weeks. So when the trade finally, activates, they like hold that trade for weeks. You feel me? And now they follow the news in order to stay in those trades. But now, since you're a quick trader, you're intraday trader, so you basically take a trade and maybe complete that trade in a day on average. So I don't think the news is really going to be of any value to you, unless you want to trade the news exclusively, which is something that, like I said, you have to at least become a master of the technicals before you can, mix it with the fundamentals.
Okay.
But I don't personally do it. I don't use fundamentals for anything. So all the results you guys see me post there, I don't go to any third-party website to look at anything. I look at pure candles here and I read what the market is saying. So sometimes I get caught in the news. The news, maybe it will be my favor for accidentally, for no reason. I'll just maybe be in a buy trade, and all of a sudden, boom, there's an explosive move, and it hits my target. I'm happy. Sometimes it goes the opposite direction. So these are things that I cannot control, and I don't want to put myself in that position where I feel like I need to know all when trading, because you will not.
Okay.
So do you have any other worries regarding maybe the course, maybe like some things you face difficulties with?
Okay, then what about like like are you usually heard about the London session, all of this stuff?
Oh, session trading. Okay, now
Yeah.
let me say something here for you. Okay, so what happened? There's like 100, there's like 1,000 ways to trade forex. You feel me? This forex you see here, there's so many ways to trade it. So following your strategy, the specific strategy that you are using, it is actually going to, permit you to use some of these concepts, like the sessions, maybe indicators, because there are traders that indicators, like they play a big role with their trading strategies and everything. So the style of trading that you choose, you actually determine what you are going to study under that. So we are specializing here on support resistance. So if you are specializing under this, only topics under support and resistance are we going to cover? Are we going to cover here? So first off, the Asia session, London session, and New York sessions, these are like different time sessions that these markets have been traded. And now there is more volume, like in the New York session, second by the London, then like the Asia session is more of the consolidating. But if we are to trade like support and resistance traders here, we don't really need the session to determine when we are entering our trades, because sometimes, yeah, like I said, this trade here was consolidating for a while. That could be the Asia session. So at around 2 p.m. midday, that should be like the opening of the New York session. The market shut up, because the New York session always comes with a reversal. So when that came, the market pushed up. So now if I was not in this trade, I would have missed this trade. Assuming that, okay, I want to trade a specific session, that would have happened. But now what I'm trying to say is trading support and resistance, we do not need sessions. We do not consider session as a big deal. Like we don't care about sessions. But bear in mind that sessions, when it comes to sessions, the New York sessions is the most volatile session. Like when I say volatile, I mean the New York session produces candles like this. See this kind of moves. This is during the New York session. This kind of push like this is during the New York session. Then when you see these consolidations like this, is during the Asia session.
Okay.
Yes, so the New York session is very, very powerful when it comes to price delivery. It's very, very powerful. So, but you just have to take your trade whenever the session opens. If it's in your favor, it is in your favor. If it's not, it's not. Okay, now assuming that you have to take into consideration your session, take into consideration fundamentals, take into consideration technicals, take into consideration the trend, because these are things that we do not take into consideration here. This is the most simplified way to trade, and that's exactly what I'm doing. So let's assume that you have to take into consideration all of these things. And you also maybe have to take into consideration some RSI, divergence and stuff. All of these things. Or some daily highs, daily lows, weekly. Just imagine all of this information for you. What will end up happening is you're going to have analysis paralysis. Meaning you're going to like look at the charts and feel like you don't know what you're doing anymore. Because there's just too much. There's too much to look at. There's too much to do. So I don't want any of those stuff, any of those things, because even people that do, they undergo all of this process, all of these stages, they check all of those boxes, they still take a good number of losses. They take a good amount of losses, and they're still facing issues with profitability. They're still out there struggling. They're still doing the same thing that they've been doing for years, and it's not working, and they keep doing it.
Okay.
But I'm just here to look at candlesticks. Basically, I'm looking at wicks because I don't really care about candlesticks. I don't care how powerful it looks. I look at the wicks. Come here, look at the wick, I look at the wick, I look at the wick, I look at the wick. I see where it is, I see where price is. You see how price slowly lost its momentum here, entered my key level here. Now somebody will be anticipating that, okay, since this thing has entered here, maybe we should catch a trade all the way to these highs, like you're some Harry Potter. No, that's not what I'm looking to do. Show me. If price is entering here, I'm anticipating that 2-3 good candles should be enough. Just this trade did not make it to my target, but I've made $180 here. Okay, now imagine that I was trading a $400,000 account. How much would that be? That can
That'll
literally
be a
pay
lot
my
of money.
that can pay my rent for like 6 months here in Douala. It's crazy. That's how it is. So it's not about the big moves. It's what you, if you know that, okay, this level is important and price will react to it. You're not trading the move. You're not anticipating. You cannot predict that price will go up to this level. No. What people are telling you on YouTube is, if you look at the daily highs, look at this low, look at the break of structure, whoa, once imbalance is filled, blah, 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 it's going to drive the price all the way to sweep liquidity. Nah. They're telling you that price will come up here, but they don't know the price will go up there because nobody knows. But now, if you are very certain that this area that rejected price here, good looking, as clear as it is, there will be a minor reaction. That minor reaction is what you capitalize on. I mean, that minor reaction is your entire trade. It's not having a stop loss here and looking to take your time. No. You see these things a lot on YouTube. Some even something looks like this. Very tiny stop loss. And these things are just for videos now. They do it for you guys to watch. It's not, they don't trade like that. You're a robot. So you see money fluctuate, come and reach maybe close to your TP. It's going to retrace all the way back to your entry. You hold it because you want it to go up and hit your. No. It will not. So I'm just saying that we should, try to be more realistic when it comes to trading. And that's what I want you guys to look at now. Look at trading from a different perspective. If 2 candles will bounce from this level, trade it. Put your stop loss in an appropriate area, knowing that, okay, if price is to break below this area, how long will it take you to realize that price has broken below this area? You need to see 2 candles close below this ACP. Now, if these 2 candles close, are you still going to be in this trade? You have to make sure that you will not be in this trade when that happens. So when you have these thoughts in mind, that's going to help you place your stop loss. So that's why I see my stop loss this tight. You can see my stop loss. I'm not saying that you should go and put your stop loss too tight. No. I'm simply saying that we do not have like you see, this is the longest week that came here this far, and my stop was just below it somehow. And price entered. For a second, I maybe thought price was going to go down there, and I didn't have any problems. I was ready for price to stop me out, and I sell this thing and take my money back. So if I lost my money, I know where to take it. The price did not do it. It went up after like 12 hours in drawdown. 12 hours, that's an entire day. In red, people cannot see that way. When somebody sees that for like, let's say 2-3 hours straight up, when the price just goes up, maybe in profit, maybe like $2, or you just blue, just close it and leave and say, hey, thank God. I held it went in profit like $70, came back. It went back, came back for 12 hours because I have a goal, I have an object, I have like a projection. I'm saying that, okay, on this trade, I'm not taking less than this amount on this trade. Either it gives me the money or it stops me out, and I take the money either ways on the way down. So I've mentally prepared myself. Obviously, I don't expect you to be mentally, that strong at this early stage. But if you focus on this, you see what happens in the market. When you take this trade, you see how it's going to play with your emotions. You close it out, sometimes partials, sometimes you get too scared, you don't even open the position at all. But over the time you're going to be doing this, you're going to, talk, you're going to mean it that, okay, this is what I'm doing, and you're going to do it because you've seen it happen over and over and over. I've seen these things happen too many times. So that's how I got out of this trade, even though the trade came back all the way to my entries here. I still got out of the trade with some money. Okay, KST, let's take some questions from you.
Some questions. I don't really have questions. I can say it is the only thing that I wanted to say is that I have to be more on the charts.
Yeah.
To understand that how the markets goes and everything.
Okay.
The only thing that I understood well, it is the model. It was the model. Which one? It was the technical analysis.
Yeah.
It was technical analysis that was very, very, very good, if I can say. I
Okay.
understood it very well, and I just have to practice
Okay.
and master the step. First, check the time frame for us. Check the how can I say it? The trend, which trend we are, and we have to find the ACP, the confluence zone, and where the price reject twice or three times,
Yeah.
and also mark this zone and just put my entries and see how just wait for the trades.
Yes. It's
So
that.
I think that this has to become like a mental I
Yeah.
can say and a mental reflex, I can say
Mm-hmm.
like this. So that I just have to practice. The only thing that I can say now.
Okay. I'll tell
And
you.
with the yes, tell me.
I'll tell you something. It's not about staying on the chart. So I'll not say you should, leave what you're doing to sit on the chart every day before you get it. No, but if you like understand the key concepts here,
I don't even have time. I don't
yeah,
even have time to stay on
yeah,
the chat.
you
That's the
don't need
thing.
to. This module is so good that you don't have to stay on your chart every day. Like you said, you just maybe get up, you take like 15 minutes of your time to go through your chart. Once you
Yeah.
spot your levels, you place your buy, sell limits, and you leave. You just come back and the market has done what it has done. So you don't have any power again. Once you've seen what you've seen, it's
Yeah.
up to the market now to decide. So if you're trying to pick up this the fastest way possible, it's not freezing yourself in front of the computer too much. Instead, if you understand the key concepts here, which is how to identify these key levels,
Mm-hmm.
you just need to look at it, and when price comes to it, you say, okay, this happens, then you collect that data. Because if you want to sit back and start looking for, like, watch the market clear from now to next year, you might still not get it.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to understand the course, those modules that I gave. We'll rewatch them over and over. You go on your charts, take like a
Yeah.
few minutes, just try to see them. If you see 1, 2, 3, you leave it, come back, understand. Maybe you can draft it down. If you have like a book, you can put it down. You understand, okay, this is what you follow every day. Every day is your routine, every day. So you don't feel like you're being left behind or you're forgetting anything. You should understand that.
But when is the best time to prepare this to do the analysis and prepare the setup in
Well,
the forex?
I usually do my analysis every time that I'm done with a trade. Like this trade, if I'm done with this trade, I know that, okay, I'm just waiting for this market to break and let me sell. So technically my analysis is already in my head. When it happens, I'll just share it with you guys. So analysis, you can do it anytime. There's no specific time of the day. You can do analysis when you feel like, you need some, like,
Okay.
to refresh. Or you can get up today, maybe like you took losing trades yesterday. Let's say you sold here, like the screenshot you just sent me. Let's say you sold here and
Mm-hmm.
it stopped you out. You will not keep this trade and this setup here for the whole week. When you get up tomorrow, you clean your charts. You right click, then you remove all drawings.
Okay.
Remove all
Okay.
drawings.
Okay.
So once you do that, your chart will be as good as new. Now, since you were taking
Okay.
a loss yesterday, you're trying to start everything afresh, trying to take it back clean. You reanalyze your charts. And now you might even analyze it better than you did yesterday. Then you come out with new ideas.
Okay. Okay.
So that's how I analyze my charts. I basically analyze my charts after like a few trades that I've taken off my key levels. I change everything. Even if I'm still going to delete and put the same key level back, I just want to feel like I've, done something. I don't just want to open and say, oh, that key level is still there, I'm waiting for price. Nah, delete it, reanalyze it, because every candle changes the market.
Okay. And another question about the funding account.
Yeah.
you have created a new one. I don't know if
Yes.
it's not a secret. On which platform did you?
I used the fibers. Go to the group, go to that public channel, scroll, you see there, I pasted the link there.
Okay.
Yes, there's a link there if you wish to, open an account with them. It's fibers. Like they've been around for like 7 years. I think after FTMO, they had the second most they've stayed in the game long enough, and they're also not registered in the US and Canada, so their regulations will not be like the situation with my forex funds. And also they have really good trading conditions, and they also offer they are very clean. Let me say that they come clear with.
Okay. I know this because I follow some traders in who live in Africa.
Okay, they use
Some
it.
they use it. Yeah, most of them use it.
It's a very good platform. So these are the guys I'm working with now.
Most of them use it. Yeah. Most of the YouTubers that live in Africa and Kenya or in Nigeria, most of them use it.
Okay. Okay, so let me look at your screenshots. I see some levels here.
But here it is. I open the platform and say Xness UK.
No, that's a
Ltd.
broker. That's a broker. There are two links there. You see another link.
Okay.
You've seen it. There are two links.
Okay.
This is it.
The second.
Yeah, the second one.
One. Okay. The fivers. Okay. The first one is Xness.
Xness is a broker.
Broker. Okay. Yeah. It's Xness that they use in Africa.
Yeah, because when you say fivers is not really that popular around Africa here.
Okay. But how do you evaluate it? It's good or?
It's good. I feel like they are like the best option right now.
Okay, hoping that they will not finish like.
Yeah, actually, what happened to my forex funds? I took a lot of time to dig in to find out what happened, and these guys are not the case.
Okay. And yeah, you can start also from the $40. That's good.
Yeah.
So, and to have an account of 20,000.
Yeah, that was like $165.
Okay. But you recommend to start with 10,000.
It depends on your budget. If you are so rich, you can start with 20K. It depends.
Yeah,
okay,
but
I see this nice.
Yeah.
I see this nice setup on AUG that you sent me here. It's perfect. The entry is almost on point, even though it's you entered a little bit deep, which is good. It's to your own advantage, but there are scenarios where the trade might just bounce off and not come down. Yes, let me open it here. So, okay, what is it? Is it this one? So, like you see here, this setup, the way you highlighted the key level here was perfect. The way you took this lows, like you just did it perfect, exactly as I explained. And the stop loss placement too is perfect. I feel like the entry is deep, like it's deep in the zone, which is good. You understand? Because it's going to reduce your drawdown. But sometimes the market might not enter this deep and it will just leave you behind. So I feel like the most appropriate place to enter is just a little bit deep in the zone, not like exactly at the midpoint, but just a little bit deeper.
Okay, I placed it there because I saw that the wicks were very, very deep. So
okay,
I said maybe, but I was lucky. I've been lucky because
okay, then this one, you highlighted the entire screen.
Yeah. No.
This is a very, very big ACP area, and it's not precise. You see that even you don't even know where to put your stop loss. Like this is
Yeah,
not,
I didn't.
yeah, this thing will stop you out with the blink of an eye. So this one is this one is not good.
And it was the only one that went well.
Yeah. I see this area here. I also saw the same area, and I think we took a trade here, but I closed mine early. Then up here, I don't really see your ACP up here. It was almost
Yeah,
yeah. This candles a lot. This is invalid because of this movement here. It's too much.
yeah. I didn't. And I just placed it like this, but just to
Yeah, I
know
see.
that may post as a limit, if I can
Yeah,
say.
I see you use moving averages here, volume profile.
No, I don't. I don't use them. I use only RSI, only RSI. Sometimes just to confirm
Yeah.
the
So
the
yeah, okay. Well, you don't need those things. You don't need any of those things because all of these indicators they follow price after the price. That's when they come, so they don't really confirm anything.
Okay.
Yeah, these things messed me up a lot when I started trading. It messed me up a lot. The second I took them off my charts, things changed. So all of
Okay.
these things here is don't use them. So here I feel like this ACP here was on point, just that the market crashed down. As you can see, the market tried to
Yeah.
reject. It tried to reject here, but it failed.
I
So,
I I cried. I cried because of this trade. I was pretty sure that would be a win trade,
yeah.
but it
So
went.
you traded here with a live account.
No. I opened since our last Zoom session. I opened a demo account on FTMO
Okay.
with $10,000 dollar. So I only trade with this.
Okay. So far, any questions? Any doubts?
I say at the moment, no. I just have to continue the lessons and the study, and yeah,
Okay, that's awesome.
I analyze the charts, and because there's a lot of there's a lot of lessons to watch, so I'm trying to go slowly and to
Okay.
understand everything.
So our meeting ends now. Or I'll see you guys next week.